Hey, what's up, guys? This is Tony McBride here, just trying to hang out. It's Sunday, December 22nd. And you know what, man? I'm a little grateful. Christmas is coming up pretty soon, which really, in my opinion, kicks off the holiday season. Then, we got Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, and then we have New Year's, and then we have, you know, the, a great time of the year. It's also award season for the Oscars, Critics' Choice, Golden Globes, you name it. And I love this time of year because I get to watch all of my favorite creatives and all of my favorite actors, all of my favorite directors, and most of all, my favorite screenwriters. I get to watch them receive awards, and you know what? I get to kind of dream. And even better, being in LA, I may even be able to stand outside when the actors are going into the awards venue. So I love it here. I love LA at this time of year, and I'm just streaming live just to kind of chat with you guys. So if there's anybody out there that wants to say hello, hey, hit me up. But anyway, looking back at 2024, this is my second video podcast, trying to get into the social media realm. Looking back at 2024, I must say that it was very hard, but it was very good. First part of the year was really dark. I wasn't making any money on my real estate ventures. Screenwriting was getting a lot of rejection, some acceptances. I was able to move to a bigger place, um, but it was still very dark and I was very poor. But then around April, I was able to move to a bigger place, and then started getting accepted to a bunch of international film festivals with my scripts. Now finally got recognized, and above all, right smack dab in April, beginning of April, I finally landed a real manager. No, shout out to Mr. Robert Walker, who was my manager last year, but it was only a short stint, about 6 months. Shout out to Mr. Walker because he still gave me a lot of inspiration and information. But he was an Atlanta and LA guy, so it wasn't total attention. But this manager seemed like she works a little bit harder. My scripts did make the tracking board, spec script release. She says she's been releasing her. So shout out to her as well. Thank you for accepting me. So she took 2 months off for family death, but I'm still grateful I have a manager. I'm still grateful for her, and hopefully things can look up. I met a few other managers as well. So if things don't work out, hopefully I have connections. But hopefully things will work out and I can actually get a script sale sometime next year. So looking back on 2024, I'm extremely grateful. I went to my very first film festival this year, Beverly Hills Film Festival. Shout out to them. It was great. I went to the gala in May, met a lot of great people, saw a lot of people get awards. So hopefully sometime I can get an award and actually be a finalist. I actually won my first film festival. Well, actually, my second, but it was the first one for my script of the year called Abolition, which was my very first horror film. I'm very, very proud of myself for completing that. And I put it out there in the world. And it was actually won the Hollywood Blood Fest. And then it also placed, was selected to the Atlanta Film Festival. And it made quarterfinalists in the Screencraft Horror Festival. So I'm very, very proud of myself for that. It was my first horror. I put it out at draft 1.5, meaning I didn't really have to I didn't do a lot of rewriting on it. I got one review from Coverfly and one review from the Atlanta Screenplay Festival. And I didn't really get a lot of coverage on it. I was so proud of it. I mean, I did outline it, and I was so proud of it that I felt completely confident. And I put it out there, and it did pretty decent. I'm proud of myself for breaking out of my comfort zone. So there you have it, my very first film. So grateful, extremely grateful for the things that happened to me in 2024. Extremely grateful. Looking forward to 2025. Sky's the limit, hopefully. Hopefully, I'm looking for my first script sale. I have a manager. She's been working with me for a few months. Granted, she took 2 months off. I think she got back to work in about September, which is pretty late. So can't expect too much. So we're in hiatus now, and hopefully we can get things kicked in gear. 2025, I'm working on my thriller, The Whispers in the Woods. My very first psychological thriller murder mystery. It's Silence of the Lambs meets The Long Kiss Goodnight. So I'm very proud of it. I'm on page 26 right now. Things are moving along just fine in a way. My manager suggested that I do a psychological thriller. And from what I'm hearing, these things are selling pretty well. And, I'm including some people from Silence of the Lambs on it. So I think it may even be blacklist material. So if I get a few bucks, hopefully, wish me luck in closing some real estate deal. If I get a few bucks, I think I may put it on the blacklist if I can get it. If I can get it there, get some coverage on it, see what people think, and that's that. 2025 screenwriting again. Complete the psychological thriller. Hopefully by the end of January. Complete my first short script and try to get that thing on its feet to actually getting shot and produced. I met a few producing people and people that can actually put the film together, and even some funding people. So I'm thinking about doing that, and maybe even turning my psychological thriller into a short story, maybe, and do it that way. Also, I'm thinking about possibly doing the short story and maybe some kind of a TV pilot if I can. That would be awesome if I can get that done, because I haven't done a TV pilot in a while. So I need to think about what I can do for the TV pilot. Uh, Maybe a horror series or a sci-fi series. That's what I'm thinking. So that's my outlook for 2025, to actually make a short film and maybe submit it to Sundance. I want to do something that's maybe racially provocative. Maybe that's something that talks about race. Those things usually do well. But I want to talk about how race comes together. So 2025, I'm also hoping to actually sell a script to make some money. I'm really having crossing my fingers. I want to get my social media presence on its feet and see where we go with that. So that's my outlook for 2025. I want to engage with people. Hey, if you have any ideas, if you think of something that I should do, if you want to collaborate with me in any way, if you're a filmmaker, a writer, an actor, hit me up. TonyTheScreenwriter at gmail.com. All right, I'm here for you. Peace out.